So let me introduce myself. I'm Aniket Patankar. I work for Cisco, and I'm with Cisco's HyperFlex Product Management Group. And today we are going to talk about, in a very, very brief session, I wish I had more time, but why enterprises are adopting Cisco's hyperconverged solution. I hope that most of you have heard about hyperconvergence, but if not, I'm going to quickly touch upon what does hyperconvergence mean. So let's get started with that. Hyperconvergence essentially promises cloud on-prem or a cloud in a box, right? What does cloud deliver you? Cloud delivers you simplicity in operations. Cloud delivers you an ability to grow your footprint and IT on demand. Cloud enables you to let you pay on demand. And equally importantly, cloud gives you service delivery, so infrastructure as a service, right? Hyperconvergence essentially tries to achieve the same thing for on-prem. But there are different vendors taking slightly different approaches. Mostly what vendors did, they came up with this storage software with a promise of running that on any run-of-the-mill compute infrastructure. And the concept is converging compute and storage together, right? There is also an approach that you can almost take that software and as if you can run equally well on any piece of hardware. Cisco does not believe in those things. Cisco strongly believes in the fact that as much as compute and storage is key tenets to hyperconvergence, networking is an equally big piece of the puzzle. That's one. The second thing is Cisco strongly believes that you got to have a co-engineering approach of innovating hardware and hyperconvergence software together. So for that very reason, what we essentially did is we built upon our Cisco UCS or Unified Computing System Foundation. We started with UCS because UCS essentially solves the problem of converging network and compute and server in a virtualization footprint to begin with. So we took that. We started off with hundreds and thousands of UCS server deployment. We then layered upon our next new edge enterprise HyperFlex data platform. That's our software-defined storage solution. But we believe that does not still meet the criteria of multi-cloud ready hyperconverged or hyperconverged infrastructure. So then on top of that, we are layering our multi-cloud management solution. And for that, all of these things come together to deliver industry's best-in-breed hyper-converged platform. We call it as Cisco HyperFlex. So with this architectural approach, what we could achieve, even if we were not first in the industry for HCI, what we could achieve is we were the first one. First and foremost, we are the top performing HCI infrastructure in the industry. And we'll go in the depth of why is that the case. But we are equally in a leadership position in offering fabric networking as part of our hyperconverged architecture. We're the first one to offer converged infrastructure and hyperconverged infrastructure operating in the same management pane. We're the first one to offer compute-only option. The first one to offer cloud-managed hyperconvergence. That's first of its own kind. But equally importantly, the investment we are making in multi-cloud around offering managed Kubernetes. The first one to offer multi-cloud ready Kubernetes running on HCI. Along with that, we are also the first one to very recently we came out with our AI/ML platform. So our HyperFlex solution is AI/ML ready if at all you want to run your ML applications. And we are also the first all-NVMe hyperconverged platform. All of that is made possible because we co-innovate hardware and software together. Software-only solution will not give you the extent of this innovation with such a pace of velocity. Okay, so let's quickly look into what's our offering with Windows Server today. First and foremost, we build upon a distributed file system architecture, and we present, especially in the Windows Hyper-V environment, we present a scale-out SMB3. It's a log structured file system design, which is bottoms-up design for HCI, and it's extremely flash-friendly. We believe that Flash is going to be the future in terms of storage component and storage media, so it's highly flash-friendly architecture. On top of that, we offer, firstly, we are shipping with Windows Server 2016 support, but very soon we are going to come up with Windows Server 2019 as soon as Server 2019 goes GA. We offer multiple form factors. We offer choice of hybrid flash, all flash, small form factor, large form factor. Equally importantly, we offer of management. So if you want to manage this SCI platform with PowerShell or SCVMM, you can do that. We do have our native management console, which is a HTML5-based GUI. And very recently, with Microsoft's focus on converging management, we are all every VHDX or every SMB share and split set distributes equally across all the participating nodes. In our architecture, there is no data locality limitation. By that, what I mean is that there is no preferred treatment of a VM on the local node. Your VM data, your application data, is almost always fully distributed, which gives you essentially predictable performance. It gives you almost like a best performance for combining all the capacity, performance, and horsepower from all the participating nodes. It's an essential characteristic and architecture design principle, and where it comes to the benefit is what you will see in the subsequent slides. But keep in mind that it's a fully distributed architecture with no data locality or no performance hotspots. And a quick sort of validation is where this architecture choice helps. What you're seeing on the screen on the right side, you have one hyperconverged vendor, which is not Cisco, which is not sort of treating the file system the same way that we do, or they do not fully distribute the data, as a result of which you get wavered, you get sort of non-deterministic, non-predictable performance for your VM applications, right? Some VM applications get the best IOPS and latencies, while some other VM applications or some other VM workloads can go really, really sort of bad in terms of latency and IOPS profile. In the case of HyperFlex, your band of standard deviation is very tight. So whether you are running a very fat Exchange Server VM, whether you are live migrating the VM across traffic congestion, or you are running just multiple Citrix VDI clones, your performance is always linear and always predictable. It's a very, very important point. Can launch, the context of HyperFlex. So you can pull up the inventory and monitoring for HyperFlex storage and storage management and operations. And you can also get the cross-correlation between physical and virtual context. You can also potentially manage your UCS, HyperFlex, and non-HyperFlex Windows Server environments using the same console offered by Windows Admin Center. Fairly powerful capability, and again, we are the first, one of the first vendors to integrate into that. In addition to this, we also offer, as I mentioned, we are the first one to offer cloud-based SCI management. In our case, we call it as Cisco Intersight. So Cisco Intersight is a management as a service platform, which is fully delivered over cloud. It gives you insight into your global footprint of all the Windows Server environments running on HyperFlex and UCS. It gives you all the policy-based orchestration, so you can literally manage your VM environments, your container environments. You can integrate your existing management solutions into that using our API. And what's also cool about this platform is we created this connected tag mechanism, wherein we proactively monitor signatures of the problems, and we give you ahead of time. Suppose there is some storage utilization is being exceeded. Before you hit the issue, we automatically track for the signatures, and behind the scenes, we automatically create the service request, so customer will never get impacted, and your uptime is always 100%. Your SLAs are fully preserved. Again, fairly solid capability, and most importantly, it is effective globally across all of your IT footprint. Also, you can potentially integrate on your Azure. So you can use your Azure cloud for your Azure services, your ASA, your bunch of other data, non-data related services, and you can integrate using the APIs which are exposed using Intersight. We also offer multiple data protection options. So we build upon Windows resiliency change tracking. We build upon production checkpoint. We also offer an integration with Azure Site Recovery. And if you have an existing investment into the backup vendor of your choice, maybe Veeam or Commvault or someone else, we do offer the integration for that as well. This is a quick splash on what to expect when you are sizing and running, say, mission-critical application like SQL Server on HyperFlex. This is a comparative study which is not done by Cisco. It's done by a third-party agency called as ESG. And what it suggests is, given, again, the file system architecture, which I keep on harping again and repeating again, you get significantly better performance with a significantly lower latency. And again, in a predictable fashion, right? So if anyone has any qualms or any doubts that whether HCI, at least Cisco HyperFlex, is it prime time ready? It's absolutely prime time ready. And you will see in the subsequent slides that how enterprise customers are getting full benefits in replacing their legacy architecture and legacy IT with HyperFlex. And there are thousands of those customers, right? So I'm going to touch upon 2 case studies, but there are thousands of customers who are putting their mission-critical applications in production on HyperFlex at scale, right? So it's fully prime time ready. So let's talk about the proof of the pudding, right? Case study number 1. In case you are not aware of, Port of Shanghai is world's busiest shipping port in terms of the number of containers, and these are not software containers, these are literally the shipping containers. So their transactions is in the range of tens of millions of containers per year. You can almost imagine the scale at which these guys are operating. And again, they are expecting growth year over year, say 15% at max. And the requirements are sort of straightforward. They want to be operating, they want to be up 24/7, and they want to size for 100% of their capacity. So there is no passive operational center, if you will. All the centers, entire IT is always active. So essentially, they want to become busier, starting from busiest. How did they solve the problem? They started running their port intelligence automation software on Cisco HyperFlex. Compared to their legacy IT, HyperFlex delivered them 200% performance increase, right? With 24/7 availability, because as I mentioned that it's a highly available, highly resilient architecture. And equally importantly, their efficiency in terms of TCO, in terms of sizing, in terms of operational management, it improved up to 30%. At that scale, 30% improvement of efficiency is significant. And so much so, they like the platform so much so that now they are not only deploying SQL Server in their environment, but they're planning to go and try deploying their video analytics workload, their AI/ML workload, and we are fully ready for that. Let's talk about Coreflex. Now, these guys are into sort of e-commerce. They offer managed IT services for their e-commerce customers. And e-commerce has its own mind, as all IT footprint, all IT footprint, bar, 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 all IT footprint, bar 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 all IT footprint by 30%. Again, because of the efficiency and architecture and the way we offer compute storage networking together. So 30% less hardware nodes. Not just that, but less hardware nodes also translate into less software subscription, right? The overall power and cooling requirement, essentially 30% less total cost of ownership. What's equally impressive is we could achieve that by keeping the VM level performance consistency as high as 96%, right? So what it means is that the environment is not undersized, and it is serving even the peak workload in the case of Coreflex at that scale. Again, latencies were significantly lower than their traditional IT infrastructure, and IOPS performance was significantly high. So now they are fully deploying and fully standardizing their IT on Cisco HyperFlex. So in the words of their CEO, he fully recognized that Cisco HyperFlex is probably the only HCI platform on which you can run mission critical application with significantly lower cost and much ease of, or in terms of operational efficiency, the efficiency is much higher. And no other HCI vendor serve the requirements to that extent. Okay? So if I had to sum it up all together, and if I had to capture the essence of why enterprises are running their mission critical application at scale on Cisco HyperFlex, this slide sums it up very well, that on an average, when going from a traditional SAN architecture, which is clearly not sized well, or either sized not per the cloud requirements, we could save the management time given the embedded native manageability and operational ease up to 75%. The response time, given the predictable performance, is improved up to 50% compared to traditional IT, and compared to other ACI vendors, it's in order of magnitudes. The downtime reduction, given the fully HA, fully available file system, and fully available compute footprint, the fact that it is built on UCS, the foundation is rock solid, and TCO savings, right? So again, if you compare with SAN, the TCO savings might look order of magnitude higher. Even if we compare with some other ACI vendors, the TCO savings are significant. The bottom line is Cisco HyperFlex is industry's best performing HCI platform. You don't have to buy my word here. Go on Google, look for an ESG report. It's a third-party validation, and you will find that consistently for last 2 years, we have been outperforming the HCI vendors in the industry, in the marketplace. It's fully supported for all the Microsoft applications that matter the most, including Dynamics 365 now. Well, if you want to have a choice of hypervisor, you love Hyper-V, which I do as well, but you want to run ESXi as well, right? You do get the choice with both ESXi and Hyper-V. You can run, we do have an edge offering. So if you want to run in a really small footprint, remote office, branch office, we do give an option of in running in a 2-node or 3-node scenario. You do have an option of running HyperFlex as a private cloud platform and migrating some workloads on either Azure or AWS or GCP, if you will. And it's fully cloud managed, as I mentioned, and industry's first, currently the only, if I'm not wrong, AI, ML ready, machine learning ready HCI platform. So I highly recommend you, if you want to learn more about that, you please go to Cisco booth 418. And if at all there are any other questions on why enterprises are adopting HyperFlex, I'll be happy to answer the questions after the session. Thank you so much, and thanks for your time today.